Live from the Don and Lorena Meyer studio at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln College of Journalism and Mass Communications, this is Nebraska Nightly.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Matthew Mills.
And I'm Griffin Ward. UNL is set to introduce its new university chatbot next week.
But first, a fire broke out in an on-campus laundry room. That's our top story tonight. A dryer fire in the courtyard student housing forced an evacuation and much confusion yesterday. Lincoln Fire and Rescue arrived on scene around noon on Monday after a low-level smoke alarm tripped. The fire took place in the third floor laundry room, and Lincoln Fire and Rescue says the fire was put out within 5 minutes of arrival. Fire and Rescue says they're actively working to find the total damage and cause of the fire, but some students claim the fire could have been caused by an overloaded lint trap. This is a developing story, and we will provide updates as we get them.
Next Monday, the University of Nebraska will unveil its new AI-powered chatbot named Cornelius. Cornelius operates via text message and aims to answer student questions ranging from academics, finances, campus life, and well-being. Cornelius will also check in periodically to see how students are doing over the course of the semester. To celebrate the launch, the university will be hosting events across campus Monday through Thursday of next week. Students showing Cornelius numbers saved in their phones will receive prizes. UNL students will receive a text from Cornelius next Monday informing them he is online. For more information, students can visit studentlife.unl.edu/meetcornelius.
Get ready for a haunted time at the Ross Fright Fest this theater. The third annual Ross Fright Fest is back this October, bringing a month full of screams, scares, and spooky surprises. Throughout October, the Ross will showcase a lineup of classic horror favorites, all on the big screen. Fright Fest is an opportunity that highlights films that are within the horror genre that are not typically shown at commercial theaters. This year, Fright Fest features 2 live performances. Whether you like a scary movie or a live performance, there's something for everyone at Ross Fright Fest Theater. On Thursday, October 30th at 7:30 p.m., the Anvil Orchestra will accompany the Phantom of the Opera, followed by Nosferatu on Friday, October 31st at 7:30 p.m. You can find ticket information and more at www.theross.org/events.
With cold temps and looming clouds for the past week, fall has truly begun to set in.
Forecaster Mitchell Brandt shows us what the rest of the week will be looking like. Mitchell?
Yeah, that's right, guys. Take a live look at our state capitol right now. It's looking a little cloudy today, just kind of what we felt all day. It's currently 52 degrees, windy. We're just over that 15-mile-an-hour mark, sitting at that northwest 17 mile an hour. It says temperature's 52. It's going to feel a little bit colder, about that 45 with that wind chill. Tonight we're looking at 41 degrees. Again, it's going to get even windier. Northwest 25, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Just going to grow to accept it right now. We've got a little bit of a storm coming in. You're going to see a couple chances of rain tonight, maybe 8, 9 o'clock. We'll see how that kind of fluctuates. Wednesday, we're looking at 52 degrees with, again, another windy day, 20 miles an hour. That's going to stay for these next couple of days. Today, when you woke up, greeted by about rain accumulation. You look out of western Nebraska, not very much, but we come all the way here to Omaha, half an inch, Norfolk, 0.3 inches, and Lincoln, about 0.37 inches. 0.37 tenths of an inch. God, not inches. That was, whew. Ainsworth at 51, Ord 55, Kearney at 50, Omaha 51. Again, those were your high temperatures today. One big thing we're going to start to look at, and you'll see why here in a couple slides. We're starting to look at our winter weather prep. It's good to get on it now instead of later. Drain your hoses and sprinkler lines, check your smoke and CO2 alarms, and check your emergency supplies. This cold weather will start to just creep up on us all of a sudden, and it's good to be ready and be prepared. Looking at rain chances Wednesday, we're looking at some chances tomorrow morning, but not much else the rest of the week. Now, Nebraska USC, it's going to be a little chilly. This blackout, helpful because you're going to want a coat. We're looking at about 48 around kickoff, and it's going to get even chillier after that. And now we look at our 7-day forecast. That number I was mentioning, look at tomorrow night, 30 degrees. We're officially seeing freezing temps come through. It's here. We're going to stay away from it pretty quick, but freezing temps are here Saturday and Sunday. again, chilly. It's starting to warm up after we get to the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's there. We're chilly, but we're getting towards winter. Can't believe I had to say the W word already.
I'm not personally looking forward to the colder temperatures, but the rain this morning wasn't super nice either.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't anything too bad. Those colder temps, they're here, but again, we're still not fully into them. We've got weather coming up, and we've got a whole bunch of other not too bad events.
Hurricane Melissa's wrath is now being felt firsthand in Jamaica. Melissa made landfall near New Hope, Jamaica at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today. As Category 5 storm, the National Hurricane Center says the storm packed winds of 185 miles per hour when it hit land. Melissa is the strongest storm on record to hit Jamaica and the strongest hurricane to hit land in the Atlantic Basin since Hurricane Dorian in 2019. Melissa is forecast to hover over Jamaica for much of Tuesday afternoon, sparking flooding and life-threatening storm surge. Weather officials on the Caribbean island nation say up to 30 feet of rain is possible for some areas over the next 2 days. Jamaica's Prime Minister expects Melissa to leave catastrophic damage. The storm, however, is not expected to have a significant effect on the U.S.
Finding a place to live can be one of the biggest challenges for college students, but UNL's annual housing fair aims to make the search a little easier. And this year, the event brought a new twist, a preview of a student-run rideshare program that is now in Lincoln.
Buzzing last Thursday as students stopped by booths to explore apartments, off-campus housing options, and campus living resources. The biggest vendor at this event was Hauser, a company best known around Lincoln for connecting students to off-campus housing options. But now, they're teaming up with ASUN Student Government to launch something new, a student-run rideshare program designed specifically for UNL students.
Rideshare is different because it's only available to UNL students. If you post the ability to have a ride or look for a ride, you know that you're only sharing with a fellow UNL student. It's not available to anybody else.
The Hauser app now contains a section for rideshares which will connect verified UNL students looking to carpool to class, work, or events, emphasizing safety, affordability, and community above all else.
So the service is free to every student. We provide the software and the ability and the back end to be able to do that. Along with the housing and dining team, the costs are covered there as well. Now in terms of what a rider, a passenger, and a driver want to do between them, that's entirely up to them. If they want to share a fuel cost, they can do that. But there's no cost from Hauser or from UNL. It's all included in the package that is Hauser.
Whether you're searching for a new place to live or a new way to get there, UNL's Housing Fair and the Hauser Partnership are helping students take the next step.
It's available now in the app, so download the app from the App Store or from Google Play. Click on Rideshare at the bottom, either as a passenger or as a driver, and it's available today.
Nicholas Mealy, Nebraska Nightly.
Students can learn more about the Hauser Rideshare program at hauser.com/rideshare or through ASUN's website.
Coming up, we'll look at how the Husker volleyball and soccer teams are doing and celebrate the birthdays of two iconic American landmarks. Stick with us.
On average, every Big Ten student wastes 112 pounds of garbage each year, but there's a fix. Make sure you use an Aussie when you dine in and be a part of the change.
Welcome back to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Logan Witten. As Nebraska football prepares for USC, they're looking to keep momentum coming off a 28-21 win over Northwestern on Saturday. Desk anchor Matthew Mills was at Memorial Stadium and brings us the report following the win.
They'll tackle 30, 25-20, Williams all the way!
Along with interceptions by both Donovan Jones.
One through the hands of Wildy, off the deflection, intercepted Donovan Jones!
And Javen Wright.
Wilson, the tight end, inline left, shotgun snap to Stone, four-man rush. Stone has a good pocket, zips one over the middle, it's intercepted, Javen Wright's got it at the 35!
All I saw was the brown ball come straight to me, and I caught it.
Ultimately lead Nebraska over Northwestern. The Huskers look to keep momentum going into next week's game against ranked in-conference opponent USC.
Credit to these guys and all the guys who came before them to from where we were to be 6-2 with NBC coming here next Saturday night with a game that matters, and not just for the other team but for us too. That's progress, and that progress isn't done by me.
Reporting from Memorial Stadium, Matthew Mills, Nebraska Nightly Sports.
Nebraska volleyball continues their electric start as they defeated Michigan State in 3 sets on Saturday night. The Huskers were led by Tyra Sigler, who scored 9 kills on the Spartans during the match, followed by Rebecca Alec and Harper Murray, who had 8 kills apiece. The Huskers were also stellar on defense as they totaled 11 blocks on the night. This win adds to the Huskers' insane 34-set run and is their 11th sweep in a row. Nebraska took on number 13 Michigan State on Sunday afternoon for their final home game. Nebraska with the first opportunity in the box, and a penalty was called on the Spartans after VAR review. But Lauren Englum could not connect with the penalty kick. In the second half, Emerson Sargent scored for Michigan State. Nebraska would go on to lose 1-0. They finished 8-5-5 and will miss out on the Big Ten tournament. Nebraska volleyball has just gone on an incredible start to start off this season. This is really looking like a national championship team.
I mean, 8 matches in a row is certainly impressive, and holding their #1 spot in the country very strong.
You know, and I'm not just excited about volleyball. I'm excited for that USC game this Saturday.
A pair of iconic American landmarks are celebrating birthdays today.
First, the Statue of Liberty as she continues to welcome travelers to New York. October 28th marks the day 139 years ago, the last rivet of Lady Liberty was installed. That's after it arrived in more than 200 packing cases from France. On that day, President Grover Cleveland and numerous French and American degenerates dedicated the monument. The 151-foot statue is a gift meant to commemorate the alliance with France during the American Revolution. Since then, she has stood in New York Harbor, welcoming new immigrants to the U.S., though the famous sonnet starting with "Gimme You're Tired, You're Poor" wasn't added until 1903.
And the famous St. Louis Gateway Arch is also celebrating a birthday today. It's 60th. The 630-foot high arch along the Mississippi River completed construction on October 28, 1965. It commemorates President Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase of 1803. It also celebrates St. Louis's central role in the westward expansion that followed. Today, some 4 million people visit the national park each year.
As we get ready for the new month, let's take another look at the weather for the last few days of October.
We'll take it back to forecaster Mitchell Brandt.
That's right, guys. As we take a look at that trick-or-treat cast, 45 degrees around 8 o'clock, but if you're one of those earlier trick-or-treaters, you know, maybe a younger kid, I know Logan likes to get to bed early, so maybe he's around that 5 o'clock, 56 degrees then, 48 at 7, again 45 at 8 o'clock, 43 at 9, and 39 at 11. Be a pretty light wind all through Halloween, so nothing too crazy. So really pretty good trick-or-treating weather, all things considered. But I mean, that's not even the scariest thing of the week. Besides me, you know, accidentally saying 5 inches instead of half an inch. The scariest thing of the week was not being included in this week's pink tie theme or black suit coat theme. Feel pretty left out, and yeah.
Pink Tie Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you for
tuning in to Nebraska Nightly. Be sure to keep up with us on social media at Nebraska Nightly.
Our next live show will be a special one as we break down Nebraska's upcoming primetime football match against USC and celebrate Halloween on Friday at 4:30 p.m.
Have a great night.